What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh and we have another session for you today at the bouldering gym. And today is the day we are going to work on a V5. So my last session that I was here, I actually was able to top 3 V4s, flash one of them. So I was feeling really good. So hopefully we'll keep that same energy today and get my first V5. So that's what we'll work on today. I'll see you guys in there. All right, so we're gonna keep the same vibe for the warm-ups, placing our feet super light. So like really trying to be quiet as possible through the entire warm-up. So let's get into it. Usually I would do one more V2, but I feel like I'm already pretty warm, so we're gonna get right into it. I'm trying to control myself and not stay here for 3 hours, so we're gonna go straight to the V3 I haven't done before. So with this one, it's very dynamic. It's ungraded, so this could be a potential V4, but it's probably a V3. Oh my God, that was tough. First V4 of the session here, so we got the match start on top of the volume, and this is gonna be an awkward start because there's no footholds. So I'm guessing I'm probably gonna put my heel on this volume here to kind of walk my right foot under until I can grab this. Once I grab this, I can probably bring my foot or keep my heel there, reach for this one, transfer the weight to the right so I can get my foot left and right, grab the jug, and then kind of pretty much ladder it up and walk across. So I'm gonna try really hard on this one. I wanna get the flash pretty bad, so, because I don't know where to put my foot. Just gonna have to dig my toe so it doesn't hit the ground. Oh God. Wow. Flash. We got the flash. That felt super good. But that was very physical. So we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna try V5. I feel like I'm ready. I've already tried it a couple times and I keep getting stuck at the pinch. So this hold right here is called a pinch. And just as you would expect to grip that, you have to open your hands up wide and actually pinch to hold on, which is like one of the most difficult things to do. It requires so much forearm and fingertip strength. So gotta figure out a way to get my feet under me so I don't have to hold my weight. So pretty much the beta for this one is you have your left, right, left foot goes here, dyno up to this hold, set the feet, and I use a toe hook right here so I can grab the volume, right? And this volume here is pretty tricky because if you see holds like this at the end of the volume, that means you're supposed to kind of just grasp the end of the volume, right? So my left hand, my right hand's on the pinch, and then setting my feet so I can get my right hand up, left hand match, maybe bring my weight to the left so I can get the top. To match is hard because there's no texture on the outside of that, so it kind of slips you off. I completely forgot about the toe hook. Like, I didn't even toe hook there. I love how I say the beta and then I don't even do it. I know I touched it with two hands, but it doesn't count because I didn't have control. But that's huge. Kind of like that. I don't even know. Oh. It's so hard. It's so hard to step on this because there's no texture right here. All right, one more good one. Yeah, just gas on that one. Dang. What the frick? Definitely feeling pretty gassed. So I think maybe pick out another V3 I haven't done before, and then do one overhang to kind of finish it off. No plate takeoff. Feel pretty good though. I mean, I had some really solid attempts in the V5, so definitely not disappointed by any means. And I did get the V4 behind me, so yeah, let's finish off strong. That was a good pump. Today's word of wisdom, as a fellow believer, how do we know God's will or God's plan for our life? And this is a question I asked myself so much coming out of high school, because everybody else asked me this question. Josh, what are you going to do when you graduate? Where are you going to go work? Are you going to school? What school are you going to? You know, all this. And at the time, like, I kind of just came up with a bunch of random answers. Like, I think I was like, oh, I want to be a physical therapist. I want to be a doctor. I want to be blah, blah, blah. And just to kind of fill that void, that fear of I don't know what I want to do. So after I graduate, I end up just continuing to work the job I had been working at through high school. And I really didn't like this job, but I had nowhere else to go. I didn't feel like finding another job. So I just kept working there and ended up taking a gap year. I didn't want to throw myself into a lifetime of debt if I don't even know what I want to do. So I just worked I kept working, and instead of praying and asking for God's will in my life, Lord, please reveal your visions and your plan for my life, I thought that I could figure it out by myself. So I did exactly that. The first thing I tried to do was become a personal trainer because I love the gym. Well, spent $1,000 on a certification, became a personal trainer, got in a gym, and I absolutely hated it. They were trying to make me work 40 hours a week and only get paid for 5 of them, which is like gotta be illegal. But I ended up hating it and quit after a month. And then I was right back at square one. Like, dang, like that didn't work for me. Like what I tried didn't work for me. So let me try something else. Again, instead of praying and asking for God's will in my life, I'm just trying to do it on my own. So now we're $1,000 down and 1,000 hard-earned dollars working a minimum wage job. So I'm like, oh, I got to figure something else out. So I'm scrolling on Indeed because I really can't stand my job at this point. And I find this life insurance job, and it's like, oh, make $100,000 in your first year. And of course, being an 18-year-old, I'm like, oh, $100,000 first year, no college, sign me up. Where do I sign my life away? So I end up doing that and found out that I had to pass like a certification course. And it is a really, really difficult exam. Like a lot of people fail. So I was like, all right, I can do this. Studied my butt off like every single day, hours upon hours, just grinding questions on practice exams all day long. Take the test for the first time. I think I got a 40 on it. And I'm like, ah. So I reach out to my recruiter and he's like, oh, like just take it again. I'll pay for it. Don't worry. I'm like, all right. Studied even harder, went even harder. Took the test again, failed it by 1 point. I failed by 1 point. My recruiter again is like, Josh, like I know you could do this. Like you definitely have what it takes. Just take it one more time. And each time that I'm failing, it's really taking a toll on me. I'm like, cause I'm thinking like, man, am I just stupid? Like, can I just not pass an exam? So I'm like, I'm praying for God to like help me pass this exam instead of praying for God's will in my life yet again. So take the test for the third and final time. I walk into the room where they print out your copy and they hand it to you and it literally says pass or fail. Turn it over, fail. Looked at the grade, failed it by 1 point again. And I'm like, there is no possible way. I failed it within 1 point again. I felt like I did so much better. So with all this being said, spent all this money on training, all this money on taking certification courses to try and make something out of myself from my own power. And each time I failed. And each failure brought this depression and this like anxiety on me of like, man, like, I don't know what I want to do in my life. Like at this point, when I finally cry out to God and I say, God, I've tried it on my own. I've tried everything that I can do. I failed each time. I'm done trying without your will, Lord. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to continue working this job that you blessed me with until you open up a door in my life. And that was hard for me because, like I said, I really didn't like the job I was at. But I was so naive at the time, not understanding that it was such a blessing to be at my job. I think a couple of days after I said that prayer, I ended up getting promoted to management within that same job I was at. So I got paid a little bit more and I got switched to full-time. So I was able to make a good bit of money and save up a lot of money. And just a couple months later of just being patient and praying for God's will in my life, God opened up a door and I received a scholarship, a full ride scholarship to any university of my choosing. God willing, completely blessed and highly favored. I received that blessing in my life. And it was then when I realized, okay, let me start researching, found out what I want to go to school for, did some shadowing, did some research. And as of right now, I am parked outside of my university. I go to Health University and I am pursuing a career in nuclear medicine technology. And so it's a bachelor's degree. I'm 2 years in, so I have 2 more to go, and I start the program next fall. And as of right now, I'm working at Advent Health and working my way up until I get the degree. So it all ended up working out in the end because I just asked for God's will in my life. So please let this be a word of warning, or just please take this from me and don't try and figure out your plan or your will by yourself. Because what is it? It's God's will. It's not my will. If it was up to me, I'd be a stay-at-home dad, a stay-at-home gym dad, right? But God has a plan for my life. God has his will for my life. And if you pray for him to reveal it to you, he will reveal it to you. Don't try and sit here and do everything on your own. That doesn't mean you sit down and don't work and just sit around and hope that, it hits you in the forehead, because it's not going to happen like that. You have to put in the work. You have to work hard. You have to be patient. But pray for God's will in your life. Let the blessings come to you. And I truly believe you will find God's will for your life. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next session.